Good afternoon. It's Sunday, March 20th, 2022, and this is episode 58 of Dinner from the Dining Car. Now, today we're going to be making something that the Chicago, Rock Island, and Pacific's apple fritters and red wine sauce. This was usually served as a breakfast item, but hey, you can have breakfast for dinner. So that's what we're doing. We're just going to serve it with a little roasted bacon, too. In finding this recipe, I found out some interesting history on the Rock Island, the Chicago, Rock Island, and Pacific. Rock. And they were the first railroad to ever throw a bridge across the Mississippi River. They were the first railroad to ever put a dining car in their passenger trains, and they were the first railroad to offer their food free to first-class passengers. So I thought that was kind of interesting. The food free to first-class passengers, Amtrak still does that today. Sadly, they ran into financial difficulties in the 50s and 60s, and by the 70s they were taken over by the Kansas City Terminal Railway. Their name is, they're one of the fallen flags. Their name is gone. Anyway, this recipe was real popular on all of their Rockets trains. So it was a very popular breakfast. But like I said, we're making a dinner out of it. And here's what you're going to need for this recipe. The first thing you're going to need, of course, apples. You're going to need 3 good-sized Granny Smith apples. These should be relatively easy to come by. You're going to need a little flour, because what you're going to do is these apples, you're going to peel them, core them, slice them. You're going to drag them through a little bowl of flour, and then into a pancake batter mix, and then deep fried until they're nice and golden brown. So that's the first thing you need. Now for the pancake batter. You're going to need, come here you, 2 eggs. You're going to lightly beat those eggs. You're going to need sugar, about a tablespoon. Get it out of the shot there. You're going to need half a tablespoon of salt. You're going to need 2 cups of milk. You're going to need 4 cups of flour. You're going to need a tablespoon of baking soda, which I put here someplace. Oh, right in front of me. Pardon me, not baking soda, baking powder is what you need. You're also going to need a tablespoon of butter melted. Then, like I said, you're going to peel, core, slice the eggs. We have a machine to do that, not a problem. Then you're going, eggs. Did I say slice the eggs? The apples. You're going to peel, core, and slice the apples 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch thick. My machine already does that. Now, then you're going to make this batter, dip the apples into it, and shallow fry it in hot oil. I do have the oil. I don't have it here. But you're going to use a vegetable oil, a corn oil, a canola oil. Do not use olive oil. That will ruin the taste. And then you're going to make a red wine sauce. You're going to need 2 cups of red wine. Now you can use a Burgundy, a Claret, or a Cabernet Sauvignon. Bottle of unopened Cab. That's what we're going to make this sauce with. 2 cups water. You don't really need to see the water. A cup of sugar. You're going to need a tablespoon of cinnamon. Now I'm going to be using roasted cinnamon. You can just use regular ground cinnamon if you like, but the roasted cinnamon has a bit of a deeper flavor to it. You're going to need 1 whole clove. You're also going to need a couple of tablespoons of lemon juice. Now, I forgot when I was at the store to get fresh lemons, so shoot me. You're also going to need some cornstarch. You're going to need about an ounce, maybe a tablespoon or more. And then you're going to need a quarter cup of cold water. You're going to take the cornstarch and stir it into the water to make sure it's good and dissolved. And then after you start the sauce, you'll add that to the sauce to thicken it up. Anyway, that's about all you're going to need for this recipe. Now, in case you're wondering what the hell shirt I'm wearing, I work for a company called Photochem, and they hand these shirts out at company picnics. And this one is from 2017. It just happened to be a clean shirt that I put on this morning. So, anyway, that's it for the recipe, guys. We'll be back a little later when we start cooking. We'll see you then. Okay, folks, we're back. We're going to get started. We're going to make the batter first. So you take your 2 eggs. That's the microwave melting the butter. 2 eggs. Making sure you have no shells in there, and I got a little bit of shell in there. That was the oven saying it's ready for the bacon. Just put the oil in the skillet and started it heating. So, we're going to whip these eggs. And you just want to beat them until they're lightly lemon colored, kind of a pale yellow. Alright, and you're going to add a tablespoon of sugar. As soon as I get into the bag, tablespoon of sugar, and beat that in. Then you're going to add a half a tablespoon, of your salt. Now again, for the umpteenth time, I use Himalayan pink, and that's about half a tablespoon. Okay. And you just continue to beat this until it's all mixed in. Until it's pretty uniform in both color and texture, as you'll see right there. Maybe not. Okay, once you get that done, put the sugar to the side, put the eggs to the side, put the salt to the side. You need to add 2 cups of juice of cow. One. There's 2. And you're going to beat that up some more. Now here's where it gets funny. Here's where it gets fun. You have to add 4 cups of flour. Now I keep my flour obviously in a big old container. Okay. Making sure you have all the bay leaves out of it, because you don't want bay leaves in your batter. There's 1, 2, 3, 4th cup. Don't even tell me I'm going to have to open up some more flour. There you go. 4 cups. Now you're going to leave your flour out because you're going to need that once you cut. Whoops. Bay leaf. Now, the reason I have bay leaves is when you buy flour, if you store it for a while, you might get weevil eggs. Those are bad news. The bay leaf keeps the flour a little fresher. Another bay leaf. Now I'm using the wrong tool. I need to get a spoon to mix that up. Oh boy, this thickens up. And once you get that thicker, you add a tablespoon of baking powder and your 2 tablespoons of melted butter, which is over here in Mr. Microwave. You're going to stir that around even more. Now this makes a pretty thick batter. The butter should thin it out a little bit, but the baking powder will stiffen it right back up. As you can see, that's pretty thick batter. There we go, that's all mixed up. Okay. Now the oil is heating, the oven is at temperature. So because we're serving this with bacon, and we like to roast our bacon, and boy did we get some very pretty bacon. The bacon goes in the oven at 375 for about 25 minutes. Okay. Well, that's good batter. That's really good batter. What you'll do is once we peel and slice these things, once we peel and slice these bad boys up, you'll be dipping the slices in just a little bit of flour, then into the batter, and then into the oil, which is already heating. And you'll fry those up to the golden brown. Now, I'm going to shut the video down for a few minutes while I peel the apples, and then we'll start showing you how to put the red wine sauce together. So we'll be back in a bit. Okay, now we're going to start the wine sauce. You will need 2 cups red wine. Again, I'm using a Cabernet. You could also use a Burgundy or a Claret, but a Cab works good for me. It's got to be a good dark red wine. So, okay. And you have 2 cups of water. Oh, this is going to be all day. Using the filtered water. So you'll have to just be patient and bear with me for a few seconds. Two cups, whoa, water, okay. Add 1 cup of sugar. Well, I'm going to use 2 half cups because I can't get the 1 cup container into this bag. Hell, lucky if I get the half cup into this bag. Okay, 1. That's half a cup. 2. There's a full cup of sugar. Now you get your cinnamon. Where did I put it? Now you're going to want about 1.5 tablespoons of cinnamon. Now, let's just say, for sake of argument, 1, 2, well, 3 teaspoons. That's a full tablespoon. That should be plenty. And as far as the lemon juice, you need 1 tablespoon of that. And you start this. Now, you're going to stir this and bring it to a boil. Stir this up. Make sure it's all mixed up. Getting the clumps out because the cinnamon will probably clump on you because you're mixing it with a liquid. That bacon already smells really good. Bring this to a boil. Well, that cinnamon really clumped. Just kind of have to break it up. Stir it up, get rid of the lumps, because your sugar might lump on you too. Now the popping you might hear is the oil that I've got heating for the fritters themselves. Okay, once this comes to a boil, now you got to do something a little tricky. Oh, that's going to be delicious. In a smaller bowl, you're going to take a tablespoon of your cornstarch, and you're going to mix that with 1/4 cup of water. And you're going to whisk that around really good to make sure that your cornstarch is dissolved. Get water all over the floor. That's brilliant. make sure your cornstarch is dissolved. And I need the whisk for this. Because once this sauce comes to a boil, you're going to add this. Where are you?
Right here. Hello?
You're going to add this dissolved cornstarch and water
Okay.
into your sauce mix, which still isn't boiling. That surprises me.
Okay, well, we'll just do it some other night, Oliver. Okay, I want you to do your own one. Okay, bye-bye.
Oh, good. All the lumps from the cinnamon and sugar are out of the... But it's still not boiling. Once you add the... once you add the cornstarch water mixture into the sauce, reduce it to simmer for 30 minutes. Make sure that heat is pretty low. Come on, boil already. Taking a while to bring that up to a boil. I can tell you what though, I've already had a couple of samples of this sauce. And it's off the charts. Just in the form it's in.
Is that the white sauce coming?
Yeah, you want to come here and grab a little snort?
Yeah, I do.
Now keep in mind I haven't even put the cornstarch in to thicken it. You're standing in the shot.
Oh, okay.
There, that's plenty. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Kitties. Our cat's just walked into the kitchen. He smells what's going on. He probably smells the bacon cooking. The little stinkers. The little stinker smells the bacon. I tell you guys, if you ever want to add some spice into your life, get a cat. Especially when, oh, there's something else you need to put into the sauce mix that I forgot. 1 clove. Come on, boil up already. Well, while we're waiting for that to boil, I've got to get my apple peeler slicer, ouch, corer down from its place of abode. If I can grab it with everything else that's in this flipping cabinet. Of course, I had to put the extra paper plates right on top of it. That was stupid. That was stupid. And I've shown you guys how this thing works before, so I don't really need to show you again. cornstarch and water doesn't separate. Okay. Okay, we are now starting to boil. So we're going to add the cornstarch and water mixture, making sure we get it all. And then we'll whisk that up. Now, reduce it to a low to simmer and cover it. And now that's going to go for 30 minutes. Okay, I'm going to stop the video for a minute. I'm going to take care of peeling, slicing, and coring my apples. And when we get back, you'll see the whole process. We'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, we're back. The apples have been cut. The bacon's out of the oven. And now, without trying hard not to stand in the shot, here's what you do. Take a slice of apple. You just pop it in some flour. Then you dip it into the batter, which is really thick and yummy and ooey and gooey. And you prop it in the oil. Oh, this is going to be messy. Get the bay leaf out of there. Come. Oh, would you get that bay leaf off of my thumb? Thank you. Ah, missed the spot there. Ah, shoot, I broke it. I broke the apple. We're going to have a couple of bits here.
You need some help to get that done faster?
If you think you can. I'm going to end up standing in the shot, I can tell.
We're both going to end up standing in the shot.
Yeah, we are kind of standing in the shot. Let me move this.
Oh, I broke the apple.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
I didn't get enough batter on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, the batter's really thick, so you kind of have to toss it around a little bit here. I'm trying to stand out of the shot so everybody can see it. Just kind of flip it around a little bit. Make sure you get batter on all of it. If you have to use a little excess batter, so be it. Making a mess.
This is messy, Tony.
Yeah, this is...
It looks like it's going to be delicious, but messy.
For my viewers, take note, this is messy. I mean, really, really messy. I'm going to move the camera over here so we get more of the frying pan. There we go. That's a better shot. And as they... That's not quite done yet. That's just a little piece of batter. You guys really want to take a look at these frying. That's what they look like. And once they get a nice brown, oh, there's a golden brown one. Oh, look there. Oh my goodness. Some of these look really good. Just pop it in there best you can. Oh yes. You basically just fry them in shallow oil, not deep oil, until they start to brown. You're going to end up like a couple of minutes aside. Let me put the camera back down. Okay, that's a pretty good shot. Thanks for your help with this, sweetie.
The thing is, the other doesn't want to stick, it's like that.
Yeah, the batter's pretty thick. That one's not even close. Even this one. There's a spot right there.
Are we going to cook all those apples?
Probably. Stir up that batter a bit.
You want me to watch the apples that are cooking? While you dip this, or do you want me to dip this while you watch the apples that are cooking?
Wow, this batter is really thick. This would make wonderful pancakes. Yeah, but it doesn't want to stick right.
What are you doing, spooning it out?
Trying to. It's not cooperating very well.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got one apple chunk right there. Oh, starting to go standing in the darn shot again. Oh, these are delicious looking. You smell these?
Yeah, I don't think we need all these apples.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to need them either. I just don't know what to do with the rest of them. Oh, now there's a pretty one. Some of them the batter kind of came off of. Oh, that one's beautiful golden brown. So is that. Step around the camera here. We might have got by with just one apple.
Yeah.
Well, folks, this makes 1.5 tons of these things. So.
But you need 2 people for cleanup because it's very messy.
Yes. I gotta agree with Judy on that one. This is a messy, messy, messy project. That one's not quite ready yet. And there's that one actually. Go in the center there if you can. Didn't get much batter on it.
Oh. Get a spoon and get some more batter. It's so thick it's hard to dip.
Yeah. Oh, I got this apple that's been sitting in the batter for an hour, you know. Yeah, it sticks to the spoon instead of the apple.
Mm-hmm. They look delicious though, Tony.
They smell really good too.
You think that'd be enough?
It might be. Oh, that one's done. That one is definitely done. So's that little guy. A couple more.
A couple more.
Give me a couple more. And then we'll call it a day. So right now, folks, we've got we'll have about 20 apple slices. If you notice, they're frying up good, and notice how golden brown they are when they come out. And the sauce is over there simmering. And so, there.
They break though.
Folks, this recipe is messy. I got batter on the camera. Oh, look at how nice and brown that one turned out. Yummy. I think one or two more and that's it. Excuse me, folks.
Yeah, you did it. Dipping it is the hard part.
Yeah, because the batter,
It's so thick.
ladies and gentlemen, you may want to add another cup of milk to this batter if you make this, because this is really thick. This
Well, I
is,
don't know, it's coming out so great, I wouldn't tell him to do that.
this is, yeah, but on the other hand, Judy's right, this is coming out so well. But none of the batter sticks to the frickin' apples. And I think one more and that'll do us. We'll have plenty. Got two that stuck together there. Oh, come here and look at these two. That one's done. Look at these. Oh, that one needs some more time yet. Oh, see, that's not got any batter on it at all.
I tried.
Well, let me get in there. Just add a glob to it. Yeah, some of these folks, some of these battered up really nice and easy. Some of them were already pain in the butt. So yeah, you're going to have to exude a lot of... Oh, look at that, Judy. Look at that one.
That looks like it's worth all the mess and everything. That looks delicious. And it's going to be in a wine sauce that absolutely is fabulous.
Guys, look at that one in the back there. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Okay. Well, folks, we're not going to do a plating this week because we've still got cleanup to do, and these have to be kept somewhere warm. So we're going to sign off now. Again, this is the Rock Island apple fritters, and we're serving it apple fritters with wine sauce. We're serving it with bacon. Oh, maybe I need to check that wine sauce real quick. Let's see how that's going. Now, it's not thickening up like I hoped, but I still think it'll be delicious. And so we're going to sign off now. I hope you enjoyed this. If you make these according to recipe, the batter is very thick. The apples, some of them will break when you're trying to coat them in the batter. And it's very messy. But from the looks of things, they're going to be fantastic. Well, that's it for tonight. If you do me a favor, hit the like button if you like this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you have questions, comments, or want a copy of the recipe, email me at dinnerfromthediningcar@yahoo.com. And we'll see you the next time we see you. Have a great night.